I hope you enjoyed yesterday, and I hope you planted something, at least one tree. I planted one Julie mango tree because that's the only mango that I love. So let's see what happens with that. But I hope you enjoyed your day yesterday. Good morning, DBS family. Let's see what's going on with Kendall in the newsroom. We'll be back.
Good morning. Time now for the news with me, Timothy Polio. The Sacred Sports Foundation, Inc. has launched its Including Us program, which targets marginalized youth in St. Lucia, with special emphasis on young women and children with disabilities. The project, which is funded by the European Union, is being staged in collaboration with the Special Education Unit of the Ministry of Education.
The Sacred Sports Foundation has had a long history of collaborating with the Special Education Unit. We support children with special needs of various kinds, and Sacred Sports Foundation has been very instrumental in providing a range of supports for the programs of special schools. They have assisted particularly in the area of physical education and the development of sporting options for children with special needs.
In other news, the Bar Association of St. Lucia's Outreach Committee members have been embarking on a series of initiatives to play a more active role in addressing certain issues facing people in the society. This includes the setting up of a legal aid scheme.
During career days, doing outreach, offering scholarships, those are the steps that we will be taking going forward to ensure that we play a very active role in the issues in our society. Well, we all know there is a crime issue, and many times that comes from a lack of guidance. So we're hoping to provide guidance, and we're not only hoping to provide guidance, but to provide tangible support for persons who wish to pursue a certain path as well.
Finally, from us this morning, the Minister of Education has voiced concerns on the recent announcement by the Caribbean Examination Council, CXC, that 4 subjects are to be discontinued at the CSEC and CAPE levels. The subjects are agricultural science and mechanical engineering at the CSEC and CAPE levels, as well as electrical and electronic engineering and technology and green engineering. Education Minister Sean Edwards says the subjects play a critical role in achieving the sustainable development goals of the nation and the region. The discontinuation of the subjects comes amid efforts by the Ministry of Education to open 4 TVET schools across St. Lucia.
Those subjects are critical to the attainment of the Sustainable Development Goals, not just for St. Lucia, but for the Caribbean as a region. But the CXC has cited that over the years, they've been realizing that the numbers have dwindled as far as students enrolling for the 4 subjects. So it does not make much business sense to them as far as they're concerned to continue offering those subjects. But given the importance of the subject areas in terms of the level of training they afford young people in the Caribbean and how significant those areas are to the development of individual member states and also as a collective, I believe it is something that needs to be revisited.
And that's the broadcast. Thank you so much for watching. Join us for our next news major at noon, the Lunchtime Report. I'm Timothy Polio. Good morning.
Kendall, you're awesome as always. We need to take a short break. We'll be back. She's back at it again, and we are happy to support her on that mission. Whatever we can do, we need to do to support our wonderful and definitely creative people on the island. Makiba Alcide has been at this for so long, and I think she has a lot more to offer. And maybe if you didn't support her in the beginning, now you have an opportunity to do so. She's putting on her meet again, this time down in the Sufra area. She's got a few teams coming in, well, from at least Dominica and one other place, but the meet is on again, and you can go on out and be a part of it. It's absolutely free. We spoke with Makiba. It is that time again. I mean, last year we connected on that particular note, and here we are again. And we're excited because I remember last year when we spoke to you about the track meet that you put on. It was the very first one, inaugural. And I remember saying to you, do you plan to make this an annual something? And you were a little iffy, but here we are again, which means that everything went well, and you're now able to put it on for a second time. So welcome, Makiba. And I am very, very happy to have you here in that capacity.
Yes, I'm happy to be here.
Let's talk about, like, well, we didn't get a chance to review last year, the first time you put on the track meet, the reasoning for it, and the fact that you're now able to sustain it for another year.
Last year was really successful. We had a lot of athletes come out and compete. I think that's one of the things they look forward to is the Makibati Track and Field Classic, because again we add another layer of it. Instead of just being the track events, we put some music in there, some excitement, give them nice little prizes. So they're really excited about it, especially the younger ones. And that's what we want to do, is change the scope of track and field, make it a little more entertaining so that persons could come out. And having it in Soufrière is always exciting because you have the community coming out to support. So last year we had a very good turnout of supporters to come in to support the athletes. So the athletes love that because they love to compete with a crowd. Again, this year we have 403 athletes registered to compete.
Wow.
So the numbers have doubled from last year,
Wow.
which is exciting and a little nerve-wracking at the same time because that's more than we anticipated. We actually also have a team of 12 coming in from Dominica, and we have one athlete from Montserrat coming in. So again, it's opening up to just modern St. Lucians, and we hope that in the future more islands in the region could come out and compete.
Girl, I'm proud of you. Come on now, bring it in. I am very proud of this. Especially the buzz is on the ground and everybody. You did your thing, back then, and then we come and we see Julian doing her thing, and then we see one person doing their thing. But there is so much more. But I think what we are missing is that platform to pull it all together and show how much of it is how present athletics is on the island, or maybe even for the students who are interested.
Yes.
To create that avenue where they don't just see it as, well, okay, I may not be the very best, so if they're amongst they feel like, okay, well, that one will be the one to go, so let me just leave that alone. That kind of
Yes.
mindset. If they feel that there's an open ground, an open space where they can flourish and they can grow and they can get recognized regardless and improve on their thing, I think it augurs well. Now, you doing this because I know you're passionate about it. When is the track meet is going to be again? When is it scheduled for this time?
So it's scheduled for Saturday, June 1st. We start at 10 a.m. sharp because, again, since we have so many athletes, it's going to be a long day, but it's going to be an exciting day. And again, we have some of our top athletes, some of our character medalists participating. Young Naomi London, she's the next one to look out for. And this will be her first meet for the year. She's been out for the last 3 months, and she didn't participate at the character game. So she's excited to compete at that and probably stamp her ticket to go to the World Under 20 Junior Championships. That will be later in August. So the meet is exciting, and again, we're bringing in other competitors, so at least the athletes could get that exposure. We know that, not many clubs could afford to travel outside of St. Lucia to compete. So if we could bring those people in and heighten the level of competition, and that fares well for the St. Lucian athletes. We have some of our athletes who participate at the Commonwealth Youth Games, the Commonwealth Games for St. Lucia. So we have a lot of national athletes who are excited about competing, but it's not only about that high level competition, it's also about other athletes or other persons who want to compete they're welcome. This year we added another layer of the age group, so we have under 14 athletes competing as well, and that, I think that's the additional of the numbers, because again, there are not many meets for that age group of athletes, so I think they're excited to come in and compete and win some prizes.
Break down the day for me. It's going to be on all day?
Yeah, it's going to be
One
all
day?
day. One day.
One day.
Yeah, one day. That's why I said we're going to have a jam-packed schedule because of the amount of athletes we're having. So
Right.
we're having like 7 or 8 hits of events. So for the under 14, they'll be competing in the 80 meters. We have 80 meters boys and girls, 150 meters boys and girls, 1,000 meters boys and girls, and then the 4x100 meter relay. Then we have the under 16 and under 18, 100 meters and 400, and then all the other events are open. That will be the long jump, male and female, the 100 male and female, 200, 400, 800, 1,500 and 3,000 meters. So there's something for everybody to do. Unfortunately, with the Soufrière mini stadium, you can't really have field events. The only field event we could have is the long jump, so we will be doing that. But again, it's an exciting time for persons to come out.
And we're
And
coming from what time? What time will we go?
yeah, so we're starting from 10 a.m.
Okay.
10
It goes
a.m.
on
and then
until-
until 6:30. The athletes love to compete under the lights, so we're trying to get our relays to time perfectly with when the sun sets, so that they could at least run those relays under the lights.
Right. There was a cost factor to it?
Oh, there's a huge cost factor to it, and
No, I mean for us. So we gonna have to contribute now. So
no, it's free of charge.
Really?
Yes, it is free of charge.
You have a cost, so how are you doing that? You got sponsors?
Sponsors, yes.
Right. Oh,
Thankful
gosh.
sponsors are really making this thing happen. But again, it's free of charge to the public, because again, track and field is not one of the popular sports where people come out and support, and we know that our athletes need that, especially when they go out to compete and there are huge crowds and they don't know how to perform under that pressure. So that's why we're trying to make it an entertainment thing. So when they get that exposure here, then they go out, they're more comfortable competing with the crowds.
Wow. Well, we are happy that you're able to put it on again. Kudos to all your sponsors and the persons who are coming on board to ensure that you're able to put it on again. To the athletes who's going to be there, it's the first. I've got an engagement, but I would have loved to be there. So if you can, I mean, I guess if you're there in Soufrière or other parts of the island, please come on out, I guess.
Yes, definitely come on out. It will be a fun day. Again, it's an athlete experience, an athlete-centered experience. So they will be getting their fruits and their snacks and their waters and their drinks and stuff like that.
Right.
So we're trying to celebrate the athletes in the entire experience as well.
Wonderful. While you build that community on the
Yes.
ground, because St. Lucia is deserving of that.
Yes,
Thank you,
definitely.
Makiba, for everything that you continue to do and try to channel.
Thank you.
We see you, girl. In this field, you get to mingle. Sometimes you get to meet some quite interesting people doing really interesting stuff. Well, we caught up with one such. He is from Soufrière, but yeah, he's doing some really cool stuff. His name is Musafa. I'm here with Musafa, King Musafa. That's right. He's a St. Lucian that's doing some wonderful and awesome and amazing things. Tell me about what it is you do, Musafa.
All right, so it's Mufasa, like the Lion King.
Okay.
So basically, we have this humanitarian aid, non-profit, non-political, non-religion. It's called Kairos Connection. Kairos is basically the God time. The Greeks measured time in two ways: Chronos and Kairos, chronological, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Kairos is like the right time. So there will always be need around the world. There will always be something to get done. So we believe in the right time, the right need, and the right place. So what we do, we help out on a monthly basis in St. Lucia. We do grocery distribution. We help out with the schools. We do so many things in St. Lucia. But one of our main things that we focus on internationally is drilling wells.
Oh,
Drilling wells, yeah.
really?
Yes.
It's my understanding you've been all Africa to drill wells. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so far I've been to Africa 3 times. I just returned from Ethiopia a few months ago. And the first time I did 3 months in Africa, and then my life got wrecked. My life was totally changed when I saw the situation of people walking like 3 to 5 hours just for clean drinking water. And the water they have is filthy water. So my life is like, hey, what can you do? What can you do to make a difference? So I returned, and we got a well going. So now a village of over 2,000 people now have clean drinking water. My last trip again to Ethiopia was again to get another well going. Next year I'm trying to get another well going in Africa. So this year we're focusing on India, trying to get an orphanage going and work along with an orphanage.
But this is a huge undertaking. How are you able to manage all of that? A simple boy you're from Soufrière, right?
I'm from Soufrière,
A simple boy from St. Lucia, Soufrière, is able to initiate all of that. How challenging is this?
I would say to follow your calling or follow your passion or what you called to do. You have St. Lucians doing amazing things all around the world. I'm very sure you have a St. Lucian in Alaska right now, or in North Korea or somewhere. And St. Lucia, the word means light. What I would really do is to encourage all St. Lucians, hey, what are you really called to do? What's your purpose? Why were you born? Why were you placed in St. Lucia? You're 1 out of 8.6 billion people. What are you called to do? So I literally found my calling. And from the time I was a kid, I loved the jungles. I loved tribes. I loved National Geography. And that's what I love doing. I love going out there among the tribes. I love helping out, and that's what I will die doing. That's what I'll keep on doing.
What did you go to study in Africa?
The first school I did was a Christian school called Overland Missions, and what they do, they teach you how missionaries work, humanitarian aid, and helping out. So they teach you on 4x4. Come back alive, basically GPS coordinates, what you're going to do if you get ambushed, if you get raid, because sometimes you go out there to help out with medical aid and you get ambushed or something happen, and they give you all different trainings in them. That really changed my life and it got me equipped. And my dream job is to work for National Geography one of these days. So if you know somebody that's with National Geography, let me know. That's my dream job. Yeah.
Right. So right now, as it stands, you've got some of the things on the cards that you want to initiate. Like you said, you want to go back to India now to work on a project there. How do you make these connections on the ground? How do you know where the needs are? Do you work with a team? Do you work with people in the different jurisdiction that is guiding you as to where there is a need of that sort and your expertise can be utilized?
Yeah, you always get information of folks that's already working on the ground. So what you do, you're not coming in, oh, I'm the superhero there. No, I'm coming to help. I'm coming to assist. I'm coming to work alongside what you're already doing. So we get connections in India. What can we do to help with a certain orphanage, or what can we do to get another orphanage going? So it's my first time to India. This is my first time going to India. I mean, I've done Africa a few times. I will be going to Africa next year. I want to take a group of St. Lucians with me to Africa, but India is going to be a new ball game for me. So those that want to help, just follow the Instagram page, which is Kairos Connection. Connection is spelled with a K. Okay. Kairos, Kairos, or just put Marcus Mufasa Joseph. That's me, Marcus Mufasa Joseph. You get all the information.
What if we want to join you? What if you speak about going back to Africa with a team from St. Lucia? What are you looking for from that team?
People with all different areas of trade. Like if you're a carpenter, if you're a teacher. I don't want somebody to say, oh, I just want to go because I wanted to go Africa. The work I do is very intense. We go in those villages. Sometimes I'm in those villages, I'm in a tent. Sometimes I'm there 5 days, I cannot bathe because I'm going to give water. Yeah. So I can't go with somebody that think they just want to come for the gram or just for looking good because they're in Africa. It's somebody that really want to make an impact, make a difference. Hey, you have a trade. We're going to build this school in 5 days, or we're going to do this in 5 days. We're going to do this in 2 days, and it's going to be uncomfortable. You'll be, because you miles and miles and miles in that tribe. So we really want to take a team next year first. We want to go and drill another well and also help building a school.
Right. Yeah. In closing, what would you like the take home to be? What would you like St. Lucian to connect with you on in terms of what it is you do?
Well, I would like St. Lucians to first of all realize that you don't have much time on earth. You have basically, what if next week is your last week on earth? What if next year is your last year on earth? What would you want to do to leave an impact? Is it baking cakes? Is it doing crochet? Is it doing carving? Don't expect somebody else to come and do what you've called to do. So I would like you to first of all find your calling, find what purpose were you placed on earth. And first of all, it's a relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ. Get to know God, have a relationship with Him, and He will direct you along the way. And if you could feel you want to join next year, we're going to Africa again next year, help out with a school, help me along the journey. Whatever, the last time I went to Ethiopia, this lady did some crochet hats. She said, I can't go, but I could do some hats for the little kids. And the kids were so happy to receive those hats. You may not be able to go, but you could just say, hey, I'm with you. I'm proud of what you're doing. Rather than saying, what is he going to do all in Africa? Just a little support. A little support, whether you want to support financially, whether you want to support morally, whatever way, whether you want to pray, spiritual support. I need as much support as possible. And again, it's not just me. There are many other amazing St. Lucians. You will not hear about them. They work behind the scene. There's St. Lucians working in Congress. There's St. Lucians working all around the world. And just remember St. Lucians in prayer, that St. Lucians just amazing people. Folks from the Caribbean, amazing. And just in the way how we grew up with our grandparents, the things that was instilled in us, it's there for a purpose. So go out there and do what God has called you to do. Do what God has called you to do. That's what I want to leave with you. Do what God has called you to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
King Mustafa,
Maureen.
quite an honor. Certainly. I might just jump on the Africa trip, but I'm not sure. But you saw that you break my courage there because you say, don't just come to say, well, I want to go Africa. Well, I want to go Africa. Well, I'm joking. And that I will do, certainly. Yeah,
welcome to this morning's SocaCize session. Leading the wine, we have Sarah, Laurie, and Shani. Let's get ready to sweat with SocaCize. For this morning's workout, we will be doing a wine and tone routine to In Stock by Vibes Cartel. Let's go. So we're going to begin knee, knee, roll, sit. 3, 2, 1, and. Get those knees up. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Our arms, 3 of them. 3, 2, hold. 3, 2, hold. 3, 2. We're gonna kick and roll. Kick and roll. Low impact, you're following Laurie. You can give me it low, that's fine. 3 more. 2. Last one. Left side, knee. Four more. Our arms for 3. 3. Last one. Kick. Last one. Knee. Set your pioneer, nafi score. Set the ballador when you wine, watch it roll. Girl, you a me queen, and me wife. 4 more. Your money for your spree, for your right, for your roll. Could you be free every night, every night. Sachi for Sachi, be your for the roll. Chanel for Chanel, put a do. Pump it. 3. Tell you what, hotter than the rest. Tell you better than the rest. No girl, can't test. Kick. Kick out your foot away, you have him stop. Tight and right, tell you have him stop. Tell you have him stop. 4 more. Right, tell you have him stop. 4. Kick out your foot away, you have him stop. 3. Tight and right, tell you have him stop. 2. Tell you have him stop. 1. End. That was this morning's session. Thank you for choosing to flaunt with SocaCize. We hope that you're feeling sexy, sultry, and strong.
Well, there you go. I hope this serves as an awesome start to your amazing weekend. Go on out and be great. Whatever you're going to be doing, be mindful, be respectful, and of course, make sure that you're safe. And we're looking forward to seeing you back here again for another show on Monday.